What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky with Videohomicide, back with another part of the collection, getting ready for this fucking move. And today we're going to take a look at the video game collection, which only spans across 2 systems, because PS2, Xbox 360, those were like the two. That was the era in which I was gaming the most. Like I put in San Andreas a couple of months ago, and I got up to the part where you go to out in the farmland and you meet like the girl from GTA 3 and all that shit. And then I just kind of put the controller down, and now all of a sudden it's been months since I played it. So that's pretty much how my relationship with gaming goes. I'm always like wanting to start a game. And when I say start a game, I mean like shit from when I was a kid. The Warriors, fucking Max Payne. Let's get into this. Let's get into the games. But before I do it real quick, I want to quickly mention that some runner-ups, if I did own games that I would like to own. I wish I had an original Nintendo with like Super Mario 3, Double Dragon 2, Castlevania. There's a few other games. Other than that, I'm good with NES, Super Nintendo, Mortal Kombat. There wasn't the Mario games, of course. I was never really big on those consoles because, like, I had a Nintendo when I was a kid, and sure, we played the fuck out of it, and my cousin was always better than me, so that was kind of like discouraging. It wasn't until I got a PS1 when I really started to like become, like, lay the foundation in which the type of gamer I was going to be. And that's more, I like my Grand Theft Autos, I like my some racing games and different shit like that. So we'll get into this pile and we'll go right ahead. So the first thing that I'm going to pull out right here is actually from 360. It's the Afro Samurai game. And the reason I'm showing this first is because I'm going to be putting this with my Afro Samurai stuff, because it's actually one of my favorite pieces of animation I've ever watched, to be perfectly honest with you. It was fucking phenomenal. And the game is just as dope. The game kind of reminded me like Arkham Asylum or Arkham City style fighting. Like, I don't know, it's been a while since I played it, but here's something else. This is video game related, so I'll show it real quick. These are the 3 DVDs that used to be available from the Cinemassacre website. So Cinematic Catastrophes, which has Cinemassacre 200, Kung Fu Werewolf from Outer Space, It Came from the Toilet, Dragon in My Dreams, Cinemaphobia, Curse of the Cat Lover's Grave. This is his like 19-minute feature or short, 17-minute. The deader the better. It was if you like James, then you'll understand these movies. Legend of the Blue Hole, meh. But still glad that I have those. And I also have volume 1 through 7 of The Angry Video Game Nerd on DVD. So this is before sort of the screen wave takeaway or takeover. This ends with like the Rob the Robot shit. You know what I'm saying? So these are dope. Most of them have a cover by Mike Matei. Shout out to Mike Matei, because Mike Matei was like always sort of one of my favorite parts of the show, because he seemed to like know more about the stuff that I cared about. Like if you watch one of those old Cinemassacre fucking videos where they're talking about animation and stuff, always loved that. There's the Grand Theft Auto that I was playing, because the copy I have on PS2 is fucked. It won't work, so I had to pick this up for $20 at one point. Classic Manhunt, a game I've actually never beat personally. No fucking manual. I don't know how much I paid. I paid $30 for this. This is a very fucking crazy game, and the art design behind it, I think there's not a game that can top it, honestly, in terms of like the gangs, how everything looks. Like Rockstar did, like, shout out to Retro or Die. He did an article in the third issue of Cinema 187 about that. Here's a powerhouse game I put in fucking mega hours. Gears of War 3. Absolutely fucking love this game. Me, my cousin, my buddies, my brother, we used to fucking we'd be in my cousin's basement with 2 TVs set up, fucking split screen, 4 of us playing Sandbar. I think it was called Sandbar. Like the Horde mode, man. We fucking did that. So many hours went into that, and it was always a good time. We'd get high as fuck and just, this is the, like, when you used to play video games with a group of people, that's how I loved to play co-op gaming. Other than that, like, I never got into live, like, I played it, like, during the Modern Warfare 2 era, I played a bit of it, but I don't know. There's no point. I just want to play the story. Speaking of story, one of the best stories ever, Red Dead Redemption, Undead Nightmare. Absolutely fucking phenomenal game. You know, I didn't think that that Red Dead Redemption could get any better, but I was proved wrong. So definitely pick up both of these. Red Dead Redemption 2, I think is amazing and it's spectacular, but I don't like the story as much as I like it in this. I like the John Marston character better. And you know, talk about crazy art design. This was during an era when I was really, really into fucking Clint Eastwood, Western films. I was getting into movies like The Wild Bunch, Magnificent Seven, Westworld's one of my favorite. Westworld would make such a sick fucking game if like the right people were behind it. And I think that's the thing. People are making these games that in theory should be amazing, but then you take a look at the gameplay and just the art design and it's shit. This is another fucking perfect example. Left 4 Dead. Played a shitload of Left 4 Dead back in the day with people, with homies, man. Shout out to my buddy Mike, fucking Greasy Greg. All of us, we were all playing this fucking shit. Left 4 Dead. This was a good era of video games. I don't think it'll ever be topped. This is one of my most favorite games of all time. Shout out to my buddy Rick from the high school I went to. Some people, well, I did too. We called him McLovin. He kind of looked like McLovin. But the first time I ever went to his house, this game we were playing, Kanan Lynch, Dead Men, so fucking good. This is an amazing game. If you're into, you know, bank robbery films and, you know, just like greasy fucking anti-hero types, like this is so for you. There's a sequel and it's pretty good too, but this one's definitely the better one. I think this one has a scene where like you go through almost like a war, and like maybe that's the end of this game where you like take off on a plane with your daughter or something like that. It's been a while, but Kanan Lynch was always one of my favorites, man. Max Payne 3, pretty fun, you know. I got it. I think I borrowed it off my buddy and played the single player, and I thought it was pretty fun. I like to replay these games. Like the reason that I still own these, or I kind of like slowly sought them out in a way, is because I want to have the ability to play them in the future. And I know they're just going to get more and more expensive. So here's one, Naughty Bear. Shout out to my brother Nick. I first got Naughty Bear in the States, I believe. And like the thing about this game is just like ridiculous fun. Just killing a bunch of fucking bears and different like stuffed animals and shit. But there's like a guy, like an English guy's voice that does like the narration, and like everything you do, he's like, that was very naughty, naughty bear, and like that kind of shit. So I don't know. Naughty Bear is a good one though. One of the best. This is as close to like a cinematic experience that I ever got with a video game, and that's all three of these stories combined. We're talking about Grand Theft Auto 4. Holy shit. Lost and Damned, Ballad of Gay Tony. Me and my buddy Mike were just talking about this recently because I remember we went to the mall and he bought the points to get Lost and Damned, but it ended up not being enough and all this bullshit. But yeah, Grand Theft Auto 4, so good. Amazing story. Nico Bellic is probably, like the Nico Bellic story I think was the most cinematic. I don't know, this is the only way I can describe it. It was like a good fucking story. And then Part 5, like, I don't know, man. I've talked about it in the past, but I just wish Part 5, like, played out like this, where there was, like, the two other characters you could play as after the fact, like, as DLC, but, and now, like, it's, like, I played GTA 5, I beat it, like, in however long, and sold it immediately, because I don't give a fuck. I played a little bit of the online just to test it out, but, you know, I'm glad I missed all of that, like, microtransaction and pay for this and pay for that and in-game currency and all that. I'm so fucking happy I missed all that, because... All right, now we're getting into the PS2 stuff. I already showed Manhunt, but this is the PS2 collection. So let's start off with a banger. Max Payne, of course the greatest hits fucking thing. I don't give a shit if it's greatest hits, man. I'm not that anal. Like, these fucking things aren't it's weird because this is like in plastic. Where the fuck did I get this one from? Complete in box. Oh, this probably came from Jumbo. So Max Payne, of course. Might as well show this while we're at it. Max Payne 2. Another game, two other games with really good graphic design. Settings are all look fucking spectacular. Speaking of another game that's like that, Mark Echo's Getting Up. This is one of the reasons I got into graffiti. You know, what year was this? 05 probably. Yep, 2005. This is one of the best video games I've ever played in my entire life. Fighting, doing graffiti, lots of like platforming almost. Like, I don't know how, this is a hard game to describe, but it's really fun and I highly recommend it. I paid $15 for it, but like these are the types of games like this and like this next one and the next few, actually, like I want to get these games before they're like hundreds of dollars. Like, I have games that, like, I want Def Jam Fight for New York so fucking bad. I'm not paying $100 for that game. I just can't. I want it, but I can't do that. Here's another classic. We've got Scarface on PS2. This is basically like Vice City on crack. I would argue this is probably better than Vice City, but Vice City is Vice City, so you know that's kind of blasphemy. But I think you can't compare these because I think this came out way later. Like, this has like a couple of years on Vice City for sure. Like, I think this even came out after Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, but I can't see the year on it. But there it is. Scarface. This is a good game. It's probably in my PS2 because it's not in here. So that and GTA San Andreas, both those aren't in the cases. So I hope that Scarface is in the PS2, and I hope that the fucking San Andreas is in the 360. Next, oh my god, The Warriors. One of the most phenomenal fucking games. This is like, if you saw the movie back in the day, then you like knew, like, that movie's already amazing, but like this game just took it to another level and gave all these characters such fucking rich, detailed backstories and how they joined the gangs and stuff. Like, that was one of the coolest things. Like, you could play like the characters' background stories where like you find out where the Fox came, or you find out how Snow got in the gang, and Ajax and Cochise, and like, you know, all these guys, how Cleon and I think Vermin started the Warriors. Like, this game is too fucking good. Rockstar, bravo, man. Here's a game I've never played before. I got it because it sounds cool. It sounds like a Mafia kind of game, and it kind of looks cartoony. But Triggerman. So I've never played it. So another game that I never played, picked it up because it was cheap. We've got and I've always wanted to play one of these games. So we got Return to Castle Wolfenstein. And I just think the reason I bought this not long ago, like since I've lived in this apartment in the last 3 years, but I just think the PS2 had such a good, like, they really did dirty good, you know? Like, specifically, let's talk about like Manhunt, like the surroundings. Like, you could like look in a corner and there's like you can tell it was a piss corner and shit like that, and like all the little details everywhere. Like, even now, like, sure, it's detailed, but like I don't know, there was something about this that just gets me. Never played this game, but I always wanted to ever since Red Dead came out, and of course it's Red Dead Revolver, another Rockstar game. I have Bully, but it's loose, and it's actually at my dad's in a fucking binder full of discs. So I've got the Simpsons game, I've got Bully, and Modern Warfare 2 over there. Red Dead. This is another one that was just sort of fucking out of the left field. It's 25 to Life. This game was fucking hard. I remember this game being hard as hell. Like, I specifically remember a mission where you like go into a subway tunnel, like into a subway like platform or whatever. Really good game though. 25 to Life. My homie Mike will fucking remember this one. There was another good game that I don't own, but it was in the same kind of breath. It was called Crime City or Gang City, and it had like the cast of D12 in the game. So I want to track that one down. Couldn't find Underground 2, so I settled for Most Wanted. I like some racing games sometimes. They're fun. Better with other people though. No PS2 collection is complete without Vice City, San Andreas, and 3. Of course, San Andreas don't fucking work. And if you want to take it even further, diehard Grand Theft Auto people will have Liberty City Stories and Vice City Stories on PS2, not the fucking PSP versions. These are legit. Vice City Stories is one of the best Grand Theft Autos, hands down. The reason I think it was kind of like not... like, this game came out in 2007, so the 360's already out. People are playing games like Saints Row and all that shit, and then Vice City Stories, a port of PSP, comes over on a PS2. People kind of like laughed at it or whatever, but no, this one is fucking sick. If you've never played it, definitely check that one out, because you can actually like control your different like gang like businesses and stuff, and put like people there. Like, it was so fucking good. yeah, I think Scarface and Grand Theft Auto Vice City Stories are two of like the most badass like sandbox games that I've ever played. So basically, I played Red Dead 2, I played GTA 5. The next time that I get a system will be specifically because I want to play GTA 6 and or Red Dead 3. So I appreciate everybody for checking out my video game collection. My brother has actually a pretty decent like collection of like retro sort of Game Boy games and stuff like that. Maybe one day we'll get him on the channel showing some of that shit. Who the fuck knows? But I appreciate everybody for watching. Make sure you leave a 666 in the comments. If you do feel so inclined, issue 4 of Cinema 187 is currently available. You can direct message me on Instagram at cinema.187, and you can order a copy. Other than that, I've got a lot of fucking packing to do, so adios. See you in the next video. The next collection video should be hopefully this week.